All right, today we're going to be test driving this Ford F-150 Lariat Cowboy Edition. Pretty big size truck. So first off, I'm going to take a look at the engine compartment area. Then we'll walk around the truck to see the rest of the truck. All right, I had to take a double take before we got started because the engine in a truck this size is a 3.5 liter V6. I didn't believe it when I first read it, but here we are. We have the 2017 3.5 liter V6. Right here she is. And I had to go around here just to see the size of the engine, and it is in fact a V6. Pretty cool. Anyway, we got our battery, we have our coolant, brake fluid, and this truck makes a short man out of me. So wherever the oil goes, right there, here's where the oil goes. Air filter. There ain't a whole lot to look at when it comes to the engine unless I climb up on the tire. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the truck. We have a cowl inducted hood, Ford F-150. Is that a camera? I'm not real sure, but that's interesting. All right. We got some fancy tires, fog lights, by the way, nice fog lights. I'm not sure what Cowboy Edition means, but that's pretty cool. Here is the front tires. What size tires are we looking at? Where are we at? All right, we are looking at 275/55 R20s. So this is a 20-inch wheel. 20-inch wheel. We have rotors here in the front, and I really can't see the pad very well. Anyway, when we take it for a test drive, we'll see whether or not it makes any noise. Look at the tread on these tires. Absolutely phenomenal. Nice tread. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Everything else looks fairly normal. It is EcoBoost. It does have a sensor on the side, and I'll show you how that shows up on the inside of the truck. Here we have plenty of compartments. Even have a compartment up here. Door locks, windows, mirror adjustments. Pretty nifty where they got F-150 there. Auto headlights, fog lights, your mirror lights. Is there lights on the mirror? Yes, there is lights on the mirror. All right, that's pretty cool. Electrical adjustable seat, leather seats. The foot pedals are adjustable. Right there. I don't know if you can see them move or not. Let me put the camera down here. All right. You can see them moving. Whether or not you're tall or short, they are adjustable just by pressing that button. And then climb up here, and here is the key. So we'll leave that in the cup holder, hold the brake, hit the button, and we're looking at 136,598 miles. All right, here we have two-wheel drive, four-wheel auto, four-wheel high, four-wheel low, and then the sensors on the sides show you what is on the side of your truck using the sensors, so it helps guide you in and out of tight spaces. I found that interesting. And then normal radio and air heating situation, even included cooled seats or heated seats for your passenger or for the driver. Very, very interesting. Here's also another compartment. And down here we have two USBs. We have a lug nut tool. He had just gotten this truck, so I don't think he's had a chance to really clean it out. I just happened to show up when he got it, I think. So we're going to kind of go through this together. It ain't the cleanest right now, but I'm sure he'll do a better job when it comes to cleaning it up. So right now, let's go through the rest of the dash here. All right, here we have a 12-volt outlet along with 110 or 120 volt. So you can plug in something there that if you're going for a trip or just wanting to keep something plugged in. Here we have another lug nut tool. We have a tire pressure gauge, manual, and then storage compartment. Over here, a couple cup holder, little storage here, storage over here, and then this section. Here we have a compartment here for knickknacks, and then we have this large compartment here for more storage. Put that back in place, and then here we can put ink pens, whatnot, and then we have cup holders here for the back. Alright, so then turn around, mirror with light. Over here we have, I think this is, okay, that is the window for the back. That opens and closes pretty quickly. Alright, so that's the back. Here is the top. Nice. That is really nice. It's a big window. Alright, so then what else we got up here? We have lights for the inside. I'm not sure what that does. Is that something to do with the back? I'm not sure what that does. Oh, okay. Opens that up even farther. Interesting. Let's go through the rest of the vehicle. We'll get this lever running. Gonna close that door. Around here, over here, I don't know if we can read. If there's anything new in here. 2017 Ford F-150 Lariat. Storage compartment, more storage. Over here. In the back, we have heated seats, and then the 12-volt adapter, and then we have a 110, 115 plug-in, 2 USBs, a couple of vents, plenty of leg room for anybody who wants leg room. I am roughly 6 feet tall, so you can see plenty of leg room for me. All right, a couple of pockets here in the back. Nice view, real nice view. Oh, all right. And then I'm sure the seats do something. Take a look at this. All right, we got an armrest, really. All right, so down here, underneath the seat, this lever, we pull this up, and now we have even more room in the back. So the seats can like fold up. Very nice. I like that. All right, we're going to close up that door. Here we have our gas area, no lid, so it just closes flush against here. Ford has really done a good job of that. FX4 off-road. Here is the rear driver's side tire. Plenty of tread on the sucker. And we have disc brake in the back. I love disc brake. Disc brakes, for anyone who doesn't know, are just brakes that can take more wear and tear for especially heat. All right, there you can see the gas tank, spare tire in the back. And then here we have a towing hitch. Oh, let's take a look down here. We got a spare tire, plenty of tread on that tire. And then here is the backup camera. There's a light. And then opening the back, just like so. Then we have some rubber mats for the inside of the truck. A couple lights right here, that way we can see well. Tie down spots for tying things down. Close the tailgate. Around here, oh, single exhaust. Here is another tire, plenty of tread on the back. The disc brake looks to be in good condition, no major scrapes. And then here on the passenger side, again, more storage. This seat here probably folds up, and it does. That is wonderful. Plenty of leg room. Close that door up. And for anyone else who wants to have something like a bigger truck, there's even a handle here for pulling yourself up into it. And as you can see, once you're up inside the truck, it feels pretty good, and there's plenty of room to move around with. So I say now we go for a test drive, see how this thing handles the road. Currently the air conditioning is working very well, and the seat is very cold. I like that. I currently have the seat on its coldest setting. This thing's got some pick up and go for being a 3.5 liter V6 inside this big truck. I like this truck. It's nice, beautiful. It's got I didn't show it on video, but it's got a compartment up there on the dash where you can set your cell phone up there, keys or whatever. It's a nice compartment. Alright, we're driving here at the speed limit here on 93 going south, going around Crooksville. No play in the steering wheel. Oh, it's got turbo. Well, I didn't know that. Alright, it's got turbo. That explains why you can get away with that 3.5 V6 in a truck this size. It's got turbo. I didn't know that. It's interesting. That would save you a lot on fuel. For anybody who needs a daily driver pickup truck and has a family, you got plenty of room in the back. Yep, we're down to 50 miles to this gas tank. So we won't be doing that 50 miles, so let's continue this drive. Alright, we have a cow inducted hood, I think is what you call it. I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure what the Cowboy edition is, but pretty nice truck. There's a sheriff deputy heading into town, and my seat is quite cold. I like it. Of all the vehicles I've driven thus far, this truck, the seat gets the coldest and it gets there the quickest. So that's freaking awesome. I like this truck. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's quiet. I should turn the air on auto and turn the temperature up. Yeah, it's quiet. I don't hear no road noise at all. You would think you would hear road noise with these big 20-inch wheels, but pretty quiet. Pull the window down. I don't hear no road noise. That's remarkable. I assumed this thing would be a little bit more loud on the road, but it's definitely not loud on the road. Maybe we can test this truck for its speed ability from bridge to bridge here later on. Currently turning onto Tunnel Hill Road. It's got plenty of pick up and go. This thing's got power. Turbo really helps it out. Alright. Here on Tunnel Hill Road, take some of these winding curves and see if there's any noise coming out of it at all. It has a manual mode, but it's got that push button electronic shift. I'm not a fan of that. It looks like here it has lane assist. If you're not familiar with lane assist is, one of the steps into a vehicle being completely automated. So lane assist helps you stay inside your lane. Different vehicles do it differently, but generally when you begin to approach the yellow line or the white line, your vehicle you'll feel a nudge to get to back into the center of your lane. Some are more aggressive than others. I've driven some vehicles where when you get too close or on the white or yellow line, the steering wheel will actually shake like a vibration, bringing awareness to you, hey, you're leaving your lane. So that lane assist is an option in this truck. You can actually turn it off or leave it on. So that's a cool option. It'd be nice if there was somewhere around where I could test drive the four-wheel drive without getting all muddy, but we won't be doing that. The only thing I could do would be find a gravel lot and just throw in four-wheel drive and make sure all four wheels are turning. Whether I do that, at a sharp turn, depending on the differential and how those lock in. Also has a CD player for anyone still using CDs. I know a few people who still use CDs. The dash, pleasant to look at. It's not all one color. Many different colors here. We got some type of gray, silver, black. It's all nice. 47 miles still left on the gas tank. We have a digital speedometer. So right now I'm doing 56 miles per hour. And I have an analog speedometer with RPM gauge. We have a red line at 5,750 RPMs. I think that Mustang I drove the other day was like 6,750. So I'm going to turn left here on Buzzards of Glory Road. Get that turbo kicking in. Pick up some speed up. The truck doesn't do too bad for having that V6 motor. And this truck has got to weigh probably 5,000 or 6,000 pounds, maybe. I would assume. So here we're on Buzzard Glory. Here we have a little bit more aggressive corners, so we can listen for any sounds as we go around any of the turns. And with this bigger truck, you're up higher. You can see a whole lot more. It's pretty comfortable almost immediately. I like the seats. They're not as hot as I assumed they would be from sitting in the sun. Coming around through here on Buzzard Glory. And again, quiet ride, smooth, very comfortable. Quite responsive. Big gear shifter. It's got a pretty good sized gear shifter. I don't know, I enjoy resting my hand on these gear shifters, and this one here is more bulky than the normal one, and pretty comfortable ride. Got a squirrel in the road. All right, and we're halfway through here on Buzzard Glory Road, and again, quiet truck, comfortable truck, and the seat is very, very, very cold. So I'm going to turn the seat down to a warmer temperature. It's at its warmest, cold setting, and there's 3 settings for cold. like super cold, very cold, cold. I currently have it on cold. And there's also 3 settings for the heat. So every individual seat has their own temperature controlled for heat. The front seats have their temperature control for heating and cooling. And by the way, take a look at these vents. These vents are about the size of my hand. Enormous vents. And and you can feel the air come out pretty aggressive. So that's really nice for when it's like a hot or a cold day. You can get air quickly. And again, truck is very comfortable. It's got plenty of room for a family. Throw your tools in the back. Right there on the floor where the seat comes up. And that way you can lock up your tools. That's nice. The bed, I think it's a 6-foot bed. So it's big enough for most things you're going to haul. With a 9-year-old truck with 136,000 miles on it, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. This is a pretty nice truck. Back over here on Main Street. Make my way back to AA Auto here in Crooksville. Price of gas is $3.41 a gallon. The steering in this thing is rock solid. It's a nice truck. Really don't see no issues with it. I mean, you could criticize parts of it here and there, but like I said, it's a 9-year-old truck. Alright, back here to AA Auto. Time to park this truck.